Hello friends, I'm Dr. Rupali Endai, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Radhabai Kani Mahila Mahavidyalaya, Ahmednagar. And now we are seeing agricultural chemistry. In that, we want to see quality of irrigation water part 2. In this, we have to see analysis of irrigation water. And when we want to analyze the irrigation water, we must know how to collect the irrigation water sample and sample collection procedure. Both the things are much important for analysis. Now, water is analyzed for three purposes. First, we have to find out its suitability for drinking purposes as well as for public health concern. Second purpose is to find out its suitability for irrigation. That means it is used for agricultural purposes. And third purpose is we have to find out its suitability for environment. And here we consider the pollution assessment. There are two aspects to the problem of sampling. When we collect the sample, then there are two problems we have to face, like when and where to sample. When and where to sample, while second one is how to transfer the sample with minimum chemical change to the place where analysis is to be made. We have to reach our sample up to the chemical laboratory without any delay. These are the two things we must consider when we want to analyze the irrigation water. Common sampling tools and accessories are what we require when we want to sample. We required clean plastic or glass bottles having capacity either 500 ml or 1000 ml. We also required cotton or nylon thread as well as glass or plastic marking pencil. We also required water table recorder, labels and tags. These things we are required when we collect the sample. Sample collection procedure for irrigation quality. What is the procedure for following when we collect the sample? The sample of irrigation water is collected in about 500 ml or 1000 ml glass of polythene bottles, but which should be transparent. We must care about that whatever the bottles we have to use for sample collection, they must be transparent. Here we avoid to using ambered color bottles. The container must be thoroughly cleaned before use and should be rinsed 3 to 4 times with the water from which sample is to be drawn. Whatever the sample we have collected, clean that bottles with the same sample before collecting it. If the source of irrigation water is a tank, canal or river, the samples should be drawn either from a spot away from the sides or from the middle stream. The tube well or hand pump is to be run for about 10 minutes and then we collect the sample. For open well, several buckets of water, minimum 6 buckets, have to be thrown out first and then collect the sample. About half or a liter of sample is sufficient for the analysis. Now, the water sample after proper marking and labeling must be sent to the laboratory immediately for testing to avoid any change or deterioration. If few days delay for analysis of water sample, then Addition of 2 or 3 drops of toluene is required to prevent bacterial activity. Water sample is directly taken for analysis. But in some cases, if little amount of sediment is present, then it may be allowed to settle down. Or in some cases, it becomes necessary to filter the water by Whatman filter paper number 1 for testing purpose. Then we go towards handling and preservation of water sample. Sample from the sampler should be transferred to well-rinsed label and borosilicate glass, polyethylene and polypropylene container. Proper labeling should be made on each sample as follows. We must write name and location of body of water. Also record water sampling date as well as time of sampling and depth of sampling if the sample is taken from well and to well water. After labeling, immediately the sample must be sent to the laboratory for analysis to avoid any change in its quality due to chemical and microbial activity. Then we see analysis of irrigation water. Water is analyzed to determine its quality. Analysis provides information on suitability of water for irrigation and suggests management practices to be followed. Substances commonly determined in water and reported as iron include the cations of calcium, magnesium, sodium and potassium. The anions of sulfates, chloride, carbonate, bicarbonate and nitrate also. Other substances such as arsenic, boron, chromium, lead, iron, manganese, silica, zinc, bromide, iodide and phosphate may be determined as a part of routine complete analysis. Dissolved gases such as carbon dioxide, H2S are usually reported in the undissociated form. Along with that, turbidity, electrical conductivity, pH, hardness, specific gravity are determined to study the quality of irrigation water. Then we focus on the quality of irrigation water, and this is expressed on the basis of relative concentration of sodium to other cation. The quality of irrigation water is also depend on total concentration of soluble salts, whatever the bicarbonate content present in the irrigation water, and boron concentration. Depending on this term, we can find out the quality of irrigation water. The most commonly used terms are parts per million, that is ppm. What is the ppm? It is 1 part of the solute dissolved in 1 million parts is 1 ppm. Or we may also call 1 milligram of solute is dissolved in 1 kg or 1 liter of water. Second term, that is milligram equivalent per liter. Milli equivalent of an ion or compound in 1 liter of water. Equivalent per million. Equivalent weight of an ion or salt per million gram of water. These terms are commonly used. Thank you.